Welcome to Soul Therapy with Chelle. I am Chelle Griffin and I practice as a soul doula. I combine therapeutic knowledge and lived experience with a healthy dose of spiritual exploration. Feel welcome to join me as we learn and grow together, exploring the magic and wonderment of experiencing life on earth as a spiritual being. Welcome back, beautiful ones. Oh, it's so wonderful to be here. I can hear the height of summer when like the cicadas and the insects are just like raising their chorus, and it's just going in these beautiful waves today. And that leads into our episode today in presence. And I am really present to my surroundings right now. I often, just before I record an episode, I just make sure I really have landed in my body. That can involve just, you probably can't see me at the moment, but I'm like just squeezing up my arms and really like touching my chest, my heart space, and really connecting in with my body and noticing that I can feel the seat beneath me that is holding me securely so that I am able to be focused right now, and hearing those sounds around me, hearing the insects beyond the windows next to me, and seeing it, being really visually mesmerized by these beautiful surroundings that are so calming and bring me such peace in my sanctuary that is my family home. So presence is such an integral part of our being. That's how we grow and learn and connect with ourselves and with those around us and our world at large, our community, strangers on the street, by just really fully immersing ourselves in presence. And I was doing a little bit of digging, going like, what is presence? What does it mean for people? And it was really interesting because when I was doing a bit of research around on the definition of presence, it was just all about the physical. So some of the things I read were, if you are in someone's presence, then you're in the same place as they are, and you're close enough to them to be seen or heard. And yes, that's technically true, but you can be standing with someone in a conversation with someone and not be present at all. Think about it, because where does your mind take you? You're hearing what they're saying, but you're processing it so you can respond, which is just a very human way of being on a technical, a physical, from a like place of autonomy. But are you like fully present to their experience as well as your own experience in the moment? You could notice that they're talking and you're mentally doing your shopping list. So really, you're not fully connecting with that person in the moment. A more spiritual, I guess, definition of presence is a state of being when you're fully conscious of the existing moment. And there might be lots of different layers of that. You could be really aware that, like, I notice my tummy's rumbling. I really want to eat. I'm hungry, but I also have dedicated this time to recording this episode, and I want to get it done so that I can enjoy my meal, nourish myself with a meal, rather than wolfing it down and coming in. It's a much slower and deliberate choice that I'm making, and that's what presence comes back to over and over again. It's that choice that we make for ourselves, and based on our surroundings. As mammals, we're animals. We have to be really present to like older versions of human beings from thousands upon thousands of years ago. We really needed to be present and alert to our surroundings because we were prey, and we needed to be constantly assessing our survival. That was our reptilian brain, always on alert. That's our fight, flight response. Our nervous system has been trained to just always be assessing our safety. So that's a different form of presence. You can be physically standing in one spot, but you're still consciously present to your surroundings and assessing your safety. You can also, at the same time, be noticing your emotional system, the hormone releases, the chemical messages flying off between like gut and brain, and just that constant, oh, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, oh, there goes my taste buds, they're starting to salivate because I'm thirsty, I need water. They're all systems in our body. They're always on the go, and those systems are there to alert us to change. That's one thing we can always be certain on. Our lives are ever changing. And so it's coming back into that state of being, of bringing ourselves consciously in the moment, and really connecting to ourselves, tuning in to not just our physical needs, our emotional, mental, spiritual needs, as well as the immediate, but just being fully immersed in that moment that we're in. So, how do we practice presence? Because it is a practice. It's like anything. You go for a run, and if you run too hard, you're puffed out within minutes, you're cramping up, your body's going no. And or you're not paying attention to where you are, you trip over a stone or a gutter, and you get injured. It's that awareness, isn't it? So really coming into that practice. The same can be said for yoga. We no two yoga sessions are the same. Well, I know that's true for me. It may not be for you. Depends how you're practicing. Are you practicing presence in yoga? Are you moving through the fluid physical motions of getting in the poses? Are you able to fully settle your mind? Are you noticing thoughts coming in and out? Are you beating yourself up for those thoughts coming in and out? It's one thing I've really learned with my yoga practice is my body is going to show up differently for me each time on the mat. My mind is going to show up differently. If I'm feeling stressed about something, that's just going to be playing on a loop in my mind. And that's when I know I need to make that deliberate choice of coming into my physical body and slowing it down. Maybe in those times, yin yoga is more suited to me. Whereas if I'm feeling full of vitality and energy, and I'm wanting to focus on stretching my body and moving, then I might do a vinyasa session where I'm releasing stagnant energy and just really having an active yoga session. So it's coming back to that practice. So other ways we can really incorporate the choice of presence in our daily life is becoming aware, just noticing our surroundings, noticing the physical sensations, like going through each of the senses in our body, seeing what's around us and acknowledging what we see. It can be out loud, it could be in a journal, it could just be in stillness in the mind through meditation, but just really becoming aware of what's going on for ourselves physically, and from a sense of touch. What are we like? What are we feeling? Oh, I can feel the raindrops landing on my skin while I'm meditating. I can smell the rain in the air, the heaviness of humidity. I can smell like the eucalypt leaves being carried across in these thick droplets of rainwater. I can taste the raindrops on my tongue, or I could taste, like, the remnants of a tea that I've sipped or a coffee I've inhaled, or the memory of dessert from a meal I had with a loved one. It's just really coming in to that sense. And then the feeling, what am I aware that I'm feeling right now? Okay, yes, I might be physically stable and grounded right here, right now, but there might be other things playing on my mind at the moment. I might be, like, depending where I am in my cycle, feeling a little agitated, or feeling just really blissed out and restful, or maybe I haven't had a good night's sleep but I'm feeling weary and noticing my body's a bit achy. I'm getting a little bit crampy. Just really acknowledging where you are in that moment and tuning into that awareness. Another way is we can practice presence is becoming involved. And I don't mean that in a like a being in everybody's face and in everybody's business. Just becoming involved with those that mean something to us, that we have a connection with, that we want to strengthen a connection with or build a connection. Checking in, asking how they're doing, giving back to our community, volunteering our time or energy or skills, and just really giving ourselves that time to be involved in our surroundings, cleaning up our space around us so that our head does feel clearer. We do feel a little bit more settled and grounded and peaceful, so that we can get creative. We've got that space around us to be really creative and call in whatever and whoever we need. So be involved. Also, be attentive. Notice the little details. Notice when you pick up your kids from school. Is one being more bubblier than usual, or is one being a little quieter? Checking in on their day, and not just asking the general question of, like, how was your day? Good. Okay, we drive home. We're done. Like, who did you hang out with today? What did you learn about your day at school today? How are you going with that novel you're reading? How did that conflict you had with that child the other day, like, is that still going on? Just really let them know that you've been paying attention, you're listening and really connecting, and be attentive and retain that information. If we're not present in the moment, we're tuning out the other, we're focused on our own priorities, which we're human. That's what we do, but it's making that conscious effort. When we're in connection with another, relating to them, it's going both ways, and they want to be seen and heard and feel connected to you as much as you want to with them. So being attentive, noticing the little details. It's a practice. It takes time. Remembering someone's birthday, or someone mentioning they were going to go away for a weekend. Check in. How was their trip away? What did they get out of it? Or you notice someone who will call on you a lot and they've eased off. Tune in, check in. How are you going? Is there anything I can do to help? I haven't heard from you for a bit. Is everything okay? Other ways is just be responsible. So take accountability for the choices you make. Be really deliberate in the choices you're making and really just own what's going on for you. Be authentic and truthful, vulnerable. If you share with someone else and you're really listening to them, when they open up and share back with you, try not to jump in and go, oh my God, yes, that happened to me, and then tell your story. Actually, really sit with the other while they're expressing their pain, their vulnerability, their wobbliness, their celebration, their achievements. Like, especially in Australia, we're really not great at acknowledging when we've had a success or an achievement. So it's really just being responsible for what comes out of our mouth and then being accountable. If we've said something that has visibly offended someone in the moment, or we realize, oh, hang on, that's not come across the way I intended, clean it up, take responsibility. I'm really sorry. When I said this was my intention, what I was trying to express. I feel maybe it could have been received like this. You're not responsible for how someone else feels or reacts to you. But if you have hurt someone and they're able to communicate that with you, you can have a really open conversation and acknowledge that wasn't my intention, but I can see how that could have been received and how that upset you. And I'm really sorry that that's happened. I would never want to cause that for you. That's just owning your shit. You're not taking on responsibility for how they're feeling, but you're acknowledging that, okay, I didn't really intend for that to go that way, and I can see that it has, and I want to repair that. Our connection means something to me, and I want to do what I can to hear you, give you space, and really own my part in that and repair it so that our connection can get stronger and deeper. They're just a few ways of really being present with another and being present with yourself and practicing. And there's, so many benefits to being present. It can just being present means that you are wholly and fully participating in life. And as a spiritual being, having a human experience, that's why we're here. We're here to live a life we love. We're here to fully immerse ourselves in the human experience. Well, that's my belief anyway. You may feel differently, and that's absolutely okay. You do you. I celebrate and honor that. What fits for you may not fit for me, and vice versa. And that's the beautiful way of living in a diverse world. We're all unique. We've got these vessels we've come in, like we are the essence of love, but we come in these very different and unique vessels to experience so many different life lessons. We have all our connections to each other's souls and higher self, and we're here showing up for each other in those lessons. And so just if we can just show up and be present to the life we're living and go, actually, this isn't working for me, that then just being aware of that allows us to practice something different and create space so that something new can emerge. And we're just really able to show up and be in life, be a human being, not a human doing. Another benefit is we really being present enables you to be responsible for your life and really calls you to action and making those deliberate choices for your life. Someone else is not going to come along and rescue your life and make it magical. There's, women of like my age group, we grew up with that Disney fairy tale of the knight in shining armor comes in, or the prince comes in and rescues us from our woeful life and takes us off, and we live happily ever after. Like, it's utter bullshit. No one is coming to rescue you. You are the creator of your destiny. And whilst that can be just a hard pill to swallow and a harsh reality, at the end of the day, we're here for our own experience on this planet we call Earth. So we are the ones that ultimately are responsible and accountable for making the choices we make. And if something's not working, we make a different choice. We can rally and call in support. We don't need to be relying on others to like dig us out of a hole or make us happy or give us what we want. We need to go within and fulfill our own self-worth, buoy that up, give ourselves our own inpouring of love so that we have capacity to outpour that love to those around us and the collective at large. So really making those deliberate choices, being really present to where we are in our life and going, okay, I'm the creator of my reality. I'm going to change it. And that's a whole other episode coming up soon. And when we are much more present in our moment to moment, day to day, month to month, year to year life, time, that human creation of time, kind of becomes irrelevant. We suddenly realize that time is infinite. It's this human construct as well. Humans created clocks. Our souls didn't. We are infinite. We've been here for so many lifetimes. We've got so many more to go. And it's just being here in the moment. And if we are more conscious of what happens within ourselves and around us, then we are going to live day to day a much more present and connected life with ourselves and with others. So how can you incorporate presence in your life? What practices or rituals or mindsets have you got going on that allows you to be fully present? I really invite you to just notice in your conversations with your partners, your loved ones, family, your parents, your kids, your friends, even strangers you meet on the street. If you're present and make eye contact with them and smile with them, then that could change their life. You just don't know what other people are going through. But if you can be really present to yourself, that allows you to be having capacity to be more present for those around you. So feel welcome to reach out, shoot me an email via my website, or meet up with me on the socials. I'd love to hear your feedback. What else would you like me to share with you? Different topics or themes for the pod. And I hope to connect with you soon. In the meantime, go gently and live this life you love. Thank you for showing up for yourself by listening to Soul Therapy with Chelle. Feel welcome to subscribe to my podcast, share the pod with your friends, family, colleagues and neighbours. And please, if you are willing, I would absolutely love a 5-star review to give my little pod a boost in the algorithms. For further detail on how to work with me, please visit my website www.chellegriffin.com or find me on the socials. I hope you'll join me on my next episode. Till then, go gently and intentionally. With care, Chelle.